Look who we have here.
Well, here's the situation. So I have to retake a subject. And this subject is one of the most boring, annoying, obnoxious subjects I've ever had to take in my life. So I have to do well on this test. And the thing is, I have been dreading studying for it. I have tried everything and anything to delay studying for it. Let me tell you something. I read 2 books. I learned how to do the little surgical knots. And I bought a stethoscope. And I've learned abnormal heart murmurs through a YouTube video. I've also done a painting. It looks ugly because I was angry. Literally me a couple days ago. So now, with less than 6 days to go,
I have 100 pages to memorize, 100 pages of practice questions, and I have like 2 books to read for that subject.
so I'm starting to feel a little bit of stress. Now that I no longer look like an idiot, I'm gonna start filming. See you later. Wearing pajama pants? Do I care? Absolutely not. So I've been wanting to read this book for a long time now because it kept popping up in my YouTube recommendations, and I feel like in hindsight it's a little overrated.
I was super excited to read it, and I think the high expectations resulted in me being a little bummed after I finished it. Um, it's interesting, but it's a little boring. It has great advice, just like any other type of self help books. Yes, the goal was just giving advice and not necessarily being entertaining. And to be honest with you, it's solid advice. It's just a little dull. It's a little bland, like vanilla ice cream. But yeah, definitely a 6 out of 10. A solid 6 out of 10 for me. Okay, hear me out. This is one of my all-time favorite reads. I'm a simple woman. I see wit and humor. I'm in. Inappropriately timed sarcasm and jokes, incredibly insightful takes, and beautifully delivered message. This is not my first time reading Mark Manson, but now I am 1000% sure it's not gonna be the last one either. Writing style is amazing. I literally devoured this book. Barely any effort. Unlike Deep Work, where I got bored halfway through, I feel like this book nailed the balance between the fluff, just to engage your curiosity, and the relevant info with the substance and the value. It's a solid 11 out of 10 for me. So I started reading The Courage to be Disliked. It's in the form of questions and answers. You either love the style or you hate it. To me personally, it felt less like a discussion and more like a lecture. I think this partially goes back to how the characters were framed. The philosopher was written as this eerily wise man who knows everything and responds to every question as if he detains the secrets to the universe. And versus Young, which is nothing more than the reader's perspective, who for some reason is incapable of coming up with any worthy arguments. If any, I kid you not, he keeps on responding in such a banal way, huh, and repeats the last sentences of the philosopher in a confused tone. Like, at this point, the book could have done without youth. It's okay. You can write your arguments as your own and let them do the persuasion for you instead of attributing them to this self-righteous grandmaster. Maybe it's a cultural thing that just kept flying over my head, but yeah, I would have enjoyed it more if it was a more balanced discussion with intelligent perspectives on both sides, a merging of ideas and, an actual discourse. It's an okay introduction to Adlerian psychology, although not the best, but I'm just not a huge fan of the manipulative line of thought that is extremely slow and feels like it's deceptive in a way, trying to shove ideas down people's throat. Yeah, not a huge fan. 4 out of 10.